Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be discussing some really interesting pieces of information from Tommy Andreasen, of course the creator of Ninjago, and over on Twitter he recently hosted a Q&A where he answered some really great fan questions, which there were several of, and I went through all of them and picked out some that I would want to make some videos on. And for this video we're going to be discussing two specific questions, and just keep in mind none of this information is considered canon or any sort of canon response. It's just all non-canon sort of speculation here and just information that Tommy is giving out, so take it with a grain of salt. But also I think it's interesting to discuss some of these topics just for some upcoming theories for the series potentially. So the first question that we have here is any chance of seeing Wu and Garmadon's mother, if they ever even had one, in future seasons? And then the answer that was given by Tommy for this was, I don't think so, but if there was a mother and the right idea came along, then ... So it sounds like it could have some potential in the future, possibly. I think that would kind of be interesting to explore. Of course, I love exploring the history of Ninjago, and even recently, of course, we've seen the novel series, the Spinjitzu Brothers, where of course it explores a bit of Garmadon and Wu's past, and maybe we could see something like that explored in an offshoot series like that. Maybe not within the main series, because I'm not sure how they would really connect that storyline to the main sort of continuity, but there's always potential for it, and I would be willing to see that and excited to see them explore it in the series if they were to go down that line. And then the other question that was asked that kind of connects to this in a way was why we never seen the face of the first Spinjitzu master, and then Tommy answered with, he is an enigma, we like to keep him that way. And that's really interesting, and I tied these two questions together because of course first Spinjitzu master is the father of Wu and Garmadon, and then of course the other question discussing their mother. But I think it's kind of that they like to keep that past of Ninjago so far back to kind of be a bit more mysterious. They don't want to just lay it out and just specifically describe it all. I think that it's kind of cool, the mystery behind it. For one, it allows for a lot of speculation amongst fans, of course, as I'm doing right now currently, so it definitely sort of drives its own sort of discussion. And I feel like if it's not necessary to explore this, if it doesn't tie into a current story that they're telling in Ninjago, then it is really necessary to tell this in an official form. Of course, it can be something where Tommy can give non-canon answers like this to kind of flesh it out a bit more, but that's kind of up to each individual fan if you want to take it as canon or as a non-canon response as well. But I don't know if we'll ever really explore this in the full series. Of course, Garmadon isn't really a huge part of the show at the moment. Of course, I think we will see him return at some point. I'm not sure what form that will be in, but I'm sure that we might get to see that dynamic once again between Wu and Garmadon, and I think that would be interesting to explore. And I'm sure that Lloyd could be tied into this as well, being so closely connected with the first Spinjitzu master as well. So I definitely think that there could be some exploration done with this, and maybe we could end up seeing the face of the first Spinjitzu master at some point in the future. But honestly, I wouldn't really be bothered if we never wound up seeing that. I think that it's cool enough that we've had interactions with this character, we've got to see some of the past and sort of dip our fingers into it. So I think it's definitely been enough thus far, and if they want to tie it in a bit more, I would have no issue with that. So however they go about it, honestly, I'm just kind of fine with it anyway. I think that however they wind up exploring it, I think that learning about their mother could be interesting because that's a character that we just don't know anything about and have never really seen, so I think that could be intriguing to explore. But I'm not sure how they would go about it, if they would want to keep her as more of an enigma as well, just something very mysterious that we never really find out about. But I think that there's definitely potential for either of these things to be explored at some point in the future. But let me know your personal thoughts on this question, or on both of these questions, I suppose, down below in the comment section and the answers that were given. And thanks so much for checking out the video. If you did enjoy, it would be highly appreciated if you could leave a like, also subscribe as well. If you would like to check out some of my other content, that would be highly appreciated. So thank you so much. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.